Good evening, cyber friends. It's the Midi Man coming back at you from Walker's Music with yet another word for today. We like to say that we give God the glory, all the praise and honor for life, health, and strength for as well as it is. We give Him glory. We also thank God for each and every one of you, the cyber friends. You know who you are. Midi Man just want to say today, this evening, that I want to answer a question to some of the cyber friends, the ones who have gave an interest to the Bible study, the online Bible study, the ones who have said something and contacted me about the blog talk and everything. But Midi Man just here to tell you that I am committed and dedicated to do just what God told me to do. And I promise the Lord that I would do just what He asked me to do. Even when it didn't feel good, I made a commitment. I've made a commitment to that because of the fact that I know what I heard. So I'm answering a question to those of you that was concerned and that kept on encouraging me to continue to do the Bible study. And therefore I did find a format, and as a matter of fact I like the format because it gives me a ability to do a few other things that I couldn't do while on the phone with Blog Talk Radio. It gives me a new avenue to use some more tools that I can use. But I just wanted to let you know that Midi Man is dedicated, committed. The Bible study will continue just as long as God gives me strength to do it. I will be able to do it. If I can sit here at this computer and work this keyboard and mouse, that will be a Bible study. Twice a week posted on the YouTube channel as long as they allow me to post it. I wanted to just say that and let you know that the Bible study is going to keep coming. And matter of fact, I've even found out I still got an arsenal in my corner. I sent out a few invites, but I didn't get no response too much. Matter of fact, it was short notice and everything, and I realized that. But I did have Lady D. I got to give credit where credit is due. Lady D came in and we tried to have it as well as my wife. We was on, and we didn't have any problem. But our sister Lady D had some problem with the audio. But other than that, I think we're gonna get that straightened out. And we appreciate what you did, Lady D, for trying to see could we make it work. And I do believe that it will, and it's gonna work. So we're gonna do what we can. And whereas we could probably, if it's not about once or twice a week, that we'll do a webinar like Bible study with Vic Mark. So we just letting you know that we're gonna do just what we got to do. And I wanted to say something here this evening, and I'm gonna try to say it quickly because first of all, sometimes we know how we are as a people. We don't have patience for nothing but what we want. But I'm gonna say this here. I remember when Coretta Scott King, when she passed away, and they put online obituary where you could say some things, anything you wanted to say to her or the King family. I mean, and I remember very distinctively what I wrote on the obituary. I called her by name. I said, Coretta, when you meet Martin, I said, because I know Martin meeting you somewhere around the throne. I said, when Martin come to meet you, you make sure you tell him that we still haven't made it. Yes, I did say that. Let me say it again. I said, Coretta, when Martin meets you, make sure you tell him that we have still not made it. Now, I know that Martin kids, especially Bernice knows what I'm talking about. Bernice knows exactly what I'm talking about. In 1963, Bernice was born. I was born in 61. Matter of fact, when her father was killed, I was going to the second grade when Martin was shot down in Memphis. And Bernice knows very well what I'm speaking of. But you know what really got me to bring this back up again? When I say Coretta tell Martin, some of us still not made it. Because we haven't. Because of the fact that I remember something that my mom told me about the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement, which happened this year. And Bernice spoke in Birmingham. And I was amazed. My mom had told me, because I didn't get a chance to see the actual live event. I saw the tape. I mainly went back to see the taping of it because of what my mom had told me. I wanted to see for myself that she told me how sad and how poorly we responded to Bernice. And I saw it for myself, people. I saw it for myself. I heard and saw how cold. And even a couple of times Bernice just kind of stopped. He said, I'm gonna wait. Let me slow down a little bit. I don't think y'all really heard what I just said. It was some key things and factors that she made, some points that she made. In the same thing which I responded back when her mom passed away. And I told her mom, when I said, Coretta, tell Martin that some of us still not made it yet. You know what? Yes, we. King was for all people. See, this is what a lot of us don't realize. We think that Martin was just for black. No, Martin didn't fool with that. Martin was for equal quality for all people. White, black, purple, polka dot, and green. He was for equality, people. That's what he for. He said he wanted to do God's will. If you listen to his speeches, just about every speech he would bring out, that word would ring. I want to do God's will. And if you know anything about God's will, you know that you cannot be prejudiced. We, as a people, back in the 1960s and the 50s and things, we were saying the white man was doing this to us, and God knows some of them was. We know that. But you can't blame the white man. Not now. Who are the ones that most of the time that holds us back is us? We can't stand to see each other. But it's one thing the king always said, we. That was the key word, we, as a people. You see, who we gonna blame now? Those soldiers that kept on marching. The Rosa Parks, the Dr. King, yes. You know, you can even Medgar Evers, and just to name a few. It was many, many more. It was many more. There was a lot of soldiers out there on it that marched with King. The Abernathy's. Yes, even Jesse. We had a lot of soldiers out there. We had the Black Panther Party. A lot of people talk about them. They even considered, a lot of people even said that the Black Panther Party was just equal to the Ku Klux Klan. It was the white and black. But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Ignorance is just ignorance on whatever level. It doesn't make no difference whether it's black, white, polka dot, purple, blue, yellow, or green. Ignorance is just ignorance. And I saw what Bernice was speaking. I saw what Bernice was speaking about. And I understood what she was saying to a degree. I wasn't in Martin's household. As a matter of fact, Bernice couldn't have been no more than about 5 years old when her father was shot down. Because I was about 7 going on. I was 7 myself. And I know she probably didn't understand, neither did I. But I know at that particular time, I'll never will forget it. My mom was living in New York City, Manhattan. And me being a Southern boy, born in the South, I saw some of the stuff going on during the 60s. I was born in 61. But I didn't understand. I even got privy to a lot of the name calling. And I used to be with my grandma, the very college that I graduated from back in my hometown, Andrew College. I remember as a little small boy walking with my grandmama by that particular college at the dorm that I once lived in, that I did come to live in myself, the main dorm, which was called Patterson Hall, that I heard my grandmom call a nigger from the window. But nevertheless, I still lived in that same dorm, and I graduated from that same college. Just about, I guess you could say, some 20 years almost later. So you see, the dream is still alive, people. The dream is still alive. And I'm going to speak not only to black, white, I'm speaking to all of us. When are all of us just going to stop the nonsense, people? We got to bury this stuff somewhere. And today will be a good day to bury it. Today will be a good day to bury it. When we are going to stop this black on black crime, white on white crime, just stop crime, period. I know they say, Minnie man, you talking like a crazy man. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because that is coming a day where the wicked going to cease from troubling. And the weary going to be at rest. That is coming a day. But I'm just saying, wouldn't it be very nice if we would start today? I was just listening up there on the news just where the guy went berserk today in Washington, D.C. A bunch of innocent people dead again. Why? Because of violence. People, let us not forget about the sacrifices that were made. I'm not saying that we're trying to idolize no one. No, Jesus is our king, yes. But we had some great leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Rosa Parks, just to name a few. It's many others. But just to name a few, the Abernathys, the Andrew Young. We had a lot of champion people. We had a lot of champions. Jesse Jackson. We had a lot of champions out there. Let us stop the name calling. Yes. And let us make peace. Let us make peace our main objective. Love. Unity. And let us come together. Like Bernie said, we must do it. In other words, like her dad said, we must come together as a people. And once we can't love nobody else unless we first love ourselves. We got to remember that. So with that being said, this Minnie man saying whatever you get into, if God is not in it, please come out of it. This Minnie man saying peace. Goodbye.